Welcome class, I'm Matt, your guide here on Whycalibur, and we are going to play the Banner Saga, an independent game by Stoic Studios, with music by Mr. Wintery. Stoic Studios is made up largely of former BioWare employees, and this is a game, well, it's a game about your caravan moving across the land, and party management and battle. I've been super psyched for it for a long time, and I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I do. So there's a bunch of different heraldry that we can look at here. These are crests, flags that were designed by the Kickstarter backers. I haven't really looked through them, but I'm going to take a moment to look through just in case. See what looks interesting for us. I'm tempted by the Art Deco turtle right off the bat because I like turtles. I think they're representative of my general playstyle as well. I'm a defensive-minded guy. But let's see what else we have just before we get too into it. Oh, let's see, there is a penguin, which I'm sure will be a popular choice, especially amongst Club Penguin players. I'm going to guess that's a weasel. Probably a bunch of cats. This is the internet after all. Monkey. Flying spaghetti monster. May we be blessed by his noodly appendage. That's kind of funny. I also approve of that one. And let's see here. Dragon, heron, and shark. Well, sure, just get the whole trifecta right in there. Why not? And that is a bannerfish. I want to say bannerfish, but I know I'm wrong. It's a something fish. They were often mistaken for sea serpents back in the day, and are still mistaken for monsters today. They're quite big and long, and I cannot remember their name. And that's embarrassing. Honestly, I'm just glad I remember the name Stoic Studios when I opened up the video. Sometimes I forget to say who made a game, and I'm embarrassed by that as well. Embarrassment abound. We've got a Z, which is... I'm not sure how that's an animal, but I'll allow it, I guess. Tribal dragon. Dragon and wolf. These are all pretty cool. Let's look at the weapons pages that they have. Different types of weapons. Oh, it's a shield, okay. Shield with an axe on it. Neat Celtic knot design. A scythe. I bet Farrell would like that. I'm not sure that type of knife existed in this timeline. Okay. Don't know. Oh, axe heads. Okay. Objects. What else have we got for me? For me? Okay. Windmills. I think we're going to be tilting at them for a while. Let's pretend that's not copyright infringement. Da-da-da-da. Lots of neat stuff in here. Upside down fleur-de-lis. Bunch of constellations. And there's that Z again. Toast. I think we can all get behind toast. Unless you're celiac, like my dad and my uncle. And I thought I was for a while until I figured out that no, I'm just lactose intolerant. It just so happened that most of the time when I was having gluten, I was also having dairy. Just one of those things. People. Well, I'm not sure how many of these things actually count as people, but what can you do? Alright, well, I still like the turtle thing the best. Oh, that's kind of cute, whatever it is. I'm sure you all know exactly what it is and you're telling me about it, but I don't. Yeah, so far the turtle shell is still my front runner. Wonder who designed it. Whoever did, nice work. It's a pretty cool looking thing. I wonder if there's a way to put your own crest in. I wonder if I can get my logo as the crest. That would be pretty cool. Oh my goodness. There's a Viking riding a turtle. Now I'm torn between this and the turtle shell. Oh goodness, I'm never going to be able to decide. Alright, turtle shell it is. Let's start the game. This game has no way to control the volume, so I've used the mixer, and we're going to hope for the best. And this is part of what really excites me about Banner Saga, the way that what you do actually matters in between battles as well as in the battles. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Well, that's no good. We need the sun. Stoic. The sun keeps us warm and makes things grow. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is so beautiful.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðanbor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Is he going to keep talking? I might have to boost the volume in that section because I have no idea what the sound balance is like.
Komið skjótt! Komið í höfnina miklu! Skýst ég leyfa oss að syngja!
Uh-oh. I guess he's going to come in here whether you want him to or not. This seems like trouble, but whose side are we on? Only one way to find out. Oh, I guess we're shield banger. Arrived just in time, the chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Click and drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Oh my god, oh this is so... I love this already. Even just the way this camera is set up for graphics. This is so good. Just look at that, the way that occludes the rest of the screen. Layers, man! Layers! Order of initiative. So we're blue, they're red. What, there's no yellow? I get it, because that's the third choice. Oh, there's the yellow. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red, it's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others, yeah, no shit. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Ooh, that'd be really good for, like, choke points, blocking areas off. Look at these gorgeous animations. Click the tile you want to move to, then click the check mark to confirm. So, target an enemy, click the tile on which they stand. Allied tiles are blue, the enemy tiles are red. Target this enemy now by clicking his tile. What the 5 means, I bet they'll tell us. Relative strength. Strength or armor? The number, okay. So red is strength, blue is armor. The numbers beneath each icon show the damage you will do with that stat, or do to that stat. Strength is health and damage. Loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you will not take more damage in the future. Okay. He only has 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Oh, I can see that. Will it though? Because he's got 4 armor. Oop, you're dead. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. So that's experience. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you are outnumbered. Interesting mechanic. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. What is his armor anyway? Warhawk. Appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. So, willpower, 8 out of 8. Character can move further than usual. Cost of 1 willpower per gold tile or red pulsing tiles beneath your enemy. Show how close you'll have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk to attack range now. Okay, so that shows I'm in range. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk's tile to access his ability. Ooh, neat. Tempest. 2 adjacent enemies. And, okay. So this is clockwise. Okay. When there is only one enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Okay, neat. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. Ooh. If the character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. That wasn't smart. Willpower can be used to boost your damage. Ooh. Okay, click the fist and the stars above the fist. Add willpower. Alright, neat. Determined by your exertion stats, who's got exertion of 1. Boom! Oh, on a bed of coals, or on his face. Either way works for me. The foes lie dead at your feet. And I didn't see the rest of that, but I'm sure it was pretty hardcore.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade. Quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head.
Interesting perspective. And true, I think.
I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
So we're gonna have to add new dudes. That should be exciting. It means we can start building our party. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Hold on, folks. Okay, it is really difficult to get sound balance right in this game because there's, as I've said, no way to actually control individual sound levels. in the game. And my microphone is being fairly quiet in comparison, so I'm having to use the volume mixer, and I'm having mixed results with the mixer. Eric, Steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? What do you want? The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. Seems a bit chaotic around here, Eric. It's been worse. We've got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Scalfings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you could join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Well, let's go to the marketplace down by the docks then. I thought we were going to the proving grounds. Ah, I see. So there are a variety of different places that you can go, and this one is currently highlighted. Alright, so these are the only volume options. Turn off or on. Turn off music. Turn on music. It would be nice if there were more options there, but there aren't. I hope that's something that they will add at some point. Alright, off to the market. Let me handle this. Meander through rows of open-face houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot? The Scalfing's chief bled out an hour ago. Had, so when you tell me what a rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try and kill you this time. They don't talk to me. I don't have the patience for this. Had was visibly fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everyone thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Let's see how Eric handles this. About how I would have at this point. Gods, Eric, laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Scalfings? Nobleman, up by the east wall, but that was months ago, last I know. Pad skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Gumulf, what are you wearing? Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, I just bought him while you were walking around. Why? Whatever. I'm glad you care. Gunulf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be Scalfing. If they look in their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Excuse me a moment. Or the dog was chewing on something he should not have been chewing on. Let's go up to the meat house. Certainly an eclectic mixture of architectural styles present in this village. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduces Valgard. I'll point him out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Extra funny in light of last week's Dragon Age RPG. They ran to a meat house, says Valgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As they enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Scalfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and meat steins in the process. I think this might be a fight coming up. What do you guys think? I guess we'll find out. Do 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 do. Alright. It does look like a fight coming up. So what's up here? Stone wall blocks 3 damage per hit, 1 round. Oh, that's neat. He's useful already. Eric, landsman can move through allies. Give 2 willpower to any ally in wording range. That's good. Shield Banger, getting hit triggers a counterattack for 1 armor damage. And Tempest, which we've already seen. And then there's our dude in there. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so we're setting up our tactics here. Okay. Well, that makes sense. So let's go them here. And I'd like him to be there. You move back 1. And you come over here. And that way these guys get an armor bonus. And we can start. Battle! Let's see, I'm just going to move forward up to here. I'll probably regret this. Attack, Stonewall. What does that do again? Blocks 3 damage per hit for 1 round. And does that cost the purple stuff? Can't attack anyone, so we'll end his turn there. Uh-oh, 1 armor damage. I'm not sure that he can attack from here. I wonder if he's going to be able to move over there. I don't think so. So we'll put him up here. And attack. So he can't attack diagonal. That sucks. Willpower. Willpower is the red one? No, the yellow. The yellow one. I don't think we need to give anyone willpower right now, so we'll just end our turn. Not the best pro strats going on right here, as I'm sure you can imagine. Can we move extra? Can't do this thing right now. Can't attack. We'll just end that turn then. And I guess we'll move him up here. That way at least he's adjacent, and we get that armor bonus. Can't hit anyone right now though, so we'll end that turn. Things are going to start getting hairy now, because we're out of formation. Wonder if we can get back in formation. Not without cutting through this guy first. Alright, so he's got 8 and 2. So, Alright, let's hold on for a second here. Alright, so this guy's got 5, 8, 6, 6, 6, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6. So this guy's the tougher one. If we move him over here, then he can move up. Otherwise he can move up here and maybe... Well, let's just go for it at the moment. Let's smack him up. You know what? Let's try this one and spend some willpower on it. There we go. That's not bad. Getting flanked is probably a bad idea. But I don't think he can attack right now, so... Let's bring him up here, and then we're going to attack this guy. No need to waste any willpower on that. Gain some renown. And you are not who I wanted to move this turn. Oh boy. Okay. I did not plan this out as well as I should have. Guess we'll take a rest. Oh, and I can't get over there. I've really screwed the pooch on this one. Alright, let's attack him. That should take care of him. Yep, good enough for me. And we'll need to see... Alright, who is this currently? Valgard? We can move him up. Or we can move him over. I think over is going to be a better choice right now. Let's take out some of that armor. Okay. So we're making some progress at the least. And let's see if you can come up here. Will that leave space? It should leave space. If we come over here, then you'll be able to attack him in the back. Only doing 1 damage though. You'd think it would do more, but I guess they've got a shield wall going on. Let's see what we can do about that. Oh no, you hit me. That's so mean. Alright, up we go. And we are going to not do that, I guess. Let's see, this guy is the thug leader. No, I don't want to attack the thug leader. I want to attack this one. Get rid of some of that armor. So that we can do more damage to him in the future. Make sure that alright, now we can whirlwind. Let's see, how much does that guy have left? 5? Ideally, I'd like to break this assault. No, you know what? Let's attack instead. And we'll augment that by 1, and that should take him down. Excellent. Another one bites the dust. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Hey! Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Hey! Jerkosaurus Rex. Alright, you don't need to go anywhere. We'll just work on these guys. Like so. Dunk dunk. Getting some difficulty with his armor at this point. Alright, can we whirlwind? Am I gonna hit an ally? No. Thank goodness for that. You are losing some armor there, friend. And we will work on him for now. So that should be enough to take him down. Excellent. His armor is getting taken for a ride here. That'll be enough. Promote! Pillage! Pillage! Can we do... Let's augment that a little bit. Get rid of as much of his armor as we can. You can't do much right now, so we'll just move you over here. And then your turn. You can get over here, and you should be able to finish him off. Yep, there we go. We've cleared out the mead hall. And it wasn't even too embarrassing. Gunnulf is promoted. Eric is promoted. And we got 13 renown. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. And I just did. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold red and blues. One banner I know well, Wagner. Next for Val Kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Things make a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying, everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, Governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come back. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down to the docks. Fair enough, but I'm not going to be doing that right now, because I have things I need to do in RL. But you can see that these boats are actually arriving for realsies. When we return, we'll deal with that. So until next time, all the best.